Hello, sensual beings. Welcome back. So today is day 4 of the sensuality challenge. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll get notifications when the new videos come out. Um, and go to the website, which the link is in the description below. And you can register for the challenge. If you've registered for the challenge, you should be eligible for the prizes. And who doesn't love prizes? Okay, so today we're going to dive a little deeper than we've been diving, and we're going to talk about this enticing topic of life, or more specifically of our interpretation of life, and how we can really just like take hold of the pen and start to rewrite our own stories. And I call these aspects sensual perception and sensual creation. So get ready, because it's going to be a little bit of a mind bend, and hopefully it can start to challenge some of your perceptions and inspire you to really embrace the power of creation. So when I talk about sensual perception of life, like what does that mean? Well, what it really means is like a full-bodied experience, the lens through which we view the world. The stories that we tell ourselves about who we are and what we're expected to be, why we're here, and what it means, and these stories really live in every cell of our bodies. And these stories start to shape our reality and influence our thoughts and our beliefs and our actions or inactions and in very profound ways. But here's the thing, and I think this one took me a little bit to kind of walk through is we're not passive observers of our lives. um some of us may think we're just victims of circumstance, and what happens to us, and we just kind of sit back and just watch it all unfold. But this isn't true. If we choose to be, we are active participants in our life, and we are co-creating our life and our destiny. And that means that we really have the power to rewrite the story whenever we choose. And sometimes we don't choose because of fear and these other factors. But to really choose to write our story. So sounds easy, right? Like, how do we do that? Okay, so let's just dive right in. Well, the first step to rewriting your story is to really embrace your authenticity, to strip away the layers of conditioning and societal expectations, and really start to discover or rediscover the truth of who you are, who you want to be at your core. And from the moment we're born, we start taking in our environment, and we start to believe those things are our reality, but they're only our reality if we choose them. So what are your passions? What are your dreams? What are your values? Like, what really just makes your heart sing and your soul soar? And I would just invite you to really embrace those things wholeheartedly, and just let them to guide you on the journey. Like, consistently asking yourself, like, okay, this is my reality right now. Is this the reality I want for myself? And if it's not, it's time to start challenging your beliefs. The stories that you've been telling yourself about what's possible and what's not possible, or the stories about your place in the world, or your worthiness to have this abundance in life. And ask yourselves, the beliefs that I hold, are these serving me? Are they helping me to create the life that I want to create, or are they just keeping me small and holding me back? And I would invite you to take a closer look and be willing to question everything. Because we start to take things on as truth, as reality, and when we start to look at things, we realize that no, I learned that along the way. And when we find these limiting beliefs, to really replace them with empowering ones that support your growth and your expansion, and really start to like cultivate gratitude. Gratitude is kind of the secret sauce of life, the magic ingredient that transforms the ordinary into to extraordinary. And every day I really take the time to kind of count my blessings, no matter how small they may seem, to really celebrate my wins, to celebrate who I am and who I'm becoming, and to really cultivate this attitude of gratitude. And I've just been watching, like, as I shift my mind, how my reality begins to shift in these miraculous ways, and ways that I never imagined could be possible. And in the beginning, it was a little scary, because change can be scary. But life is really a constant journey of growth and evolution, and change is really the only constant. And so I've tried to really embrace change and embrace growth with open arms, and a knowing that with every twist and turn, and it's just leading me closer to my authentic self, and closer to my highest potential. And I've really started to embrace the unknown. In the past, I maybe go, okay, this is, historically, like, this is what I've always seen, so I can expect more of the same. And this isn't true. Every moment we are rewriting and writing our story. And so I've really started to embrace the unknown as not something to fear, but something full of possibilities. And I've tried to step out of my comfort zone, because in a lot of ways my comfort zone was not so comfortable, and it was not what I wanted to create, but it was familiar. And I've really had to trust that as I'm moving through the world, that the universe has my back. And I've really started to live with more purpose, and I've started to align my thoughts and my words and my actions with my deepest desires and my deepest intentions. And I've really started to monitor how I talk to myself. What thoughts do you allow to reside and kind of expand and take over in your head? And how do these thoughts resonate in your body? And is this how you want to feel in your body, in your life? What legacy do you want to leave behind? What mark do you want to make on the world? I've really had to start, like, being intentional and living each day with intention and purpose, and this knowing that I am the author of my life. I am the author of my own destiny. So when I talk about sensual perception, how I take in life, how I interpret life, and sensual creation, how I rewrite the story that resonates with my whole being, that just feels at home within me. Just knowing that I'm an artist, an architect, an alchemist that takes whatever life gives me, and it's kind of the turning lemons into lemonade. So whatever comes your way, going, okay, what can I learn from this? What can I make of this? So I would just invite, kind of pick up the pen, the figurative pen, and start writing the next chapter of your adventure. The world is waiting, and the possibilities are endless. So today's challenge is going to be a little different than the others. I'm a holotropic breathwork facilitator, and I have found tremendous healing and love and support and acceptance in holotropic breathwork circles. Um, and I was driving home from my first holotropic breathwork retreat, and I heard um, "You Are the Reason" by Callum Scott, and I've put the link down below. So I would really invite you to take a few minutes to listen. Before, when I would hear this song, it would make me sad. It would usually bring me to tears. And part of it was when I was singing it, it was like, like there was this feeling of regret and resentment and rejection and this longing to really find my divine life partner. And this song was really a testament to the fact that I would do anything to find that person. But somewhere in the breath work, and following the breath work, my something in me shifted. And I would invite you to listen to this song again. Only this time, listen from a perspective of singing this as a love song to yourself. You know, there goes my heart beating, because you are the reason. You know, I'm losing sleep because I want you to come back. You know, my mind is racing, and you're the reason I'm still breathing. You know, and then it talks about, you know, I would climb every mountain, swim every ocean just to be with you. You know, just to find your authentic, true self, and to fix what I've broken. I realized I had to take accountability, you know, for living into this bullshit reality. Um, and I really did need myself to see that I was the reason. You know, that you know, finding my divine life partner was only going to happen when I had such a deep, unshakable love for myself. You know, and when I talk about, you know, and the song talks about, you know, like if I could turn back the clock, you know, I'd make sure the light defeated the dark, and I'd spend every hour of every day keeping you safe. You know, and it talks about, you know, I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to hide anymore. I don't want to cry anymore. And it talks about bringing bringing you closer, you know, so that you know, I can hold you, you know. And this is what I really want, you know, is to know that I am the reason for living every day, and for living fully, and for living a sensual embodied life. And you know, and we spend so much time cultivating this deep love, um, for other people, and I think sometimes we fail to really cultivate this deep love for ourselves. You know, we often put everyone before us, and we put ourselves last in our own lives, and you know, we fill other people's cups, and then we leave ourselves empty. You know, and we feel that we need to sacrifice ourselves in order to be loved and accepted, and you know, these can be the stories that we tell ourselves. You know, so today I would just invite you, um, to make yourself the reason, you know, the reason that you're living, you know, and I would invite you to explore, you know, like what are my passions? What are my dreams? You know, like what really makes my heart sing and my soul soar, you know, and what is the story I tell myself? Do I tell myself that I'm capable and I'm worthy of creating this life, of making these dreams my reality? You know, do I put myself first? And you know, how do I show myself love and acceptance? And I know that we're getting deep, and maybe, you know, this is not what you expected out of a sensuality challenge. Honestly, it's not what I expected out of a sensuality challenge when I first started, creating this. But you know, this is how we really become fully embodied sensual beings. You know, we start to cut away the dead wood. We really start to nourish ourselves fully, you know, so that we can fully flourish in the world, so we can start to create these beautiful lives. And you know, and I'm really happy that, you know, you've decided to join me on this journey, because this is as much my journey as it is yours. You know, every day these videos are a reminder to myself, you know, to stay curious, you know, to stay open, and really above all to really just stay, uh, you know, like authentic and true to myself. And until next time, I hope that you really just keep rewriting your story, and, you know, keep connecting with that authentic and true and beautiful self. So until next time.